Hello everyone, this is Burundi National TV broadcasting from Bujumbura, capital city. We begin our English news edition by top stories. This Monday, the head of state Evariste in the presence of several senior officials and sporting events contributed to the consolidation.
These friendship games brought together young people from Buterere High School, Bururi High School, Saint Pierre Claver Communal High School in Makamba, as well as those from Kamenge Youth Center. In basketball, the Saint Pierre Municipal High School in Makamba.
This is what heading, so welcome to news in details. I'm Joseph Munindajampo. As I said in top stories on Monday, the head of state, Evariste Ndayishimiye, accompanied by his spouse, launched the 19th edition of the Peace Torch Caravan. The ceremony took place at Buhumuza Stadium in Buhumuza province in the presence of several senior officials of the country. Jackson Yakos reports.
This marks the official launch of the Journey of the Flame of Peace for its 19th edition. The journey was launched by the Burundian head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye, accompanied by his wife and the various high-ranking officials of the country. After riding the Flame of Peace, the head of state alongside his spouse, other senior officials, and the members of the Intwararumuri Association proceeded to Buhumuza Stadium, located in the capital of Buhumuza province, where the official ceremonies making the beginning of the 19th edition of the Flame of Peace took place. The event was honored by the presence of the Vice President of the Republic, Prosperi Bazombanza, the Presidents of both chambers of Parliament, the Prime Minister, members of the government, and a large crowd of citizens who came to witness the occasion. Cultural groups unleavened the ceremony, including the Ruchiteme Murimigwa drummers from Gisulu Commune, as well as the renowned acrobat known as Nyamate. The Don de Saint-Esprit Catholic Church choir was also present alongside national artists such as Vichulov, Chiza Silvestre, author of the song Burundi Mutima wa Africa, and DJ Fernando. The Archbishop of Catholic Diocese of Muyinga offered prayers for the journey. Finally, the President of the Republic of Burundi solemnly handed over the Flame of Peace to the President of the Intwararumuri Association, who in turn passed it to the Governor of Buhumuza province. It is worth recalling that the 19th edition of the Flame of Peace is held under the theme, Readers, the style of people on the path of development.
Yeah, we stay in Buhumuza province, saying that during the official launch of this Peace Torch Caravan, and the President of the Republic of Burundi stated that this symbol will encourage all Burundians to work towards peace and development. Elsie Kamkama reports.
The Peace Torch launching activities have been done by the head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye with members of his government. The Peace Torch Association president has said that they have almost reached all the purpose of last year, apart from the construction of Peace Torch monument, as well as the law of Peace Torch. In his speech, President Evariste Ndayishimiye has said that it is peace that gathered them there. The Peace Torch comes to remind them where they came from and where they are going. He has asked leaders to lead their population to the development, and to the population he urged them to live peacefully. Intwararumuri, on their side, have been advised to spread light, not to make the leaders to participate in the Peace Torch activities. Note that this year's theme is Leaders, Light of the Population, on the way to a developed country.
We're now back to Bujumbura, whereby many members of the Public Service Mutual Insurance expressed their dissatisfaction with the difficulty of accessing medicines in certain partner pharmacies. Despite the regular monthly contributions, they claim that some pharmaceutical establishments refuse to serve patients, even when the medicines are available. About this situation, the Director General in charge of the supply and accreditations at the Ministry of Health warns the managers of these pharmacies that they will be sanctioned in accordance with the law. Jackson irakoze once more.
Anigihe rimwe namwe bagakana ko uwo muti atawuhari ngabo ugerageze kuronda kuri asampurusa ugasanga uwo muti urose.
A voice lies among affiliates of the public service Metro Health Insurance. Some affiliates are denouncing difficulties in accessing medications prescribed by doctors from certain partner pharmacies. Jehali Hakizimana, one of the affiliates interviewed at Salama Pharmacy in Bujumbura, the economic capital, claims that some pharmaceutical establishments refuse to provide them with medications even though they are available. We don't understand why, while we contribute every month, they say it, losing hope. Serge Harindogo, president of the National Order of Pharmacists of Burundi, believes this situation may be linked to the continuous rise in drugs prices. However, he points out that refusing to serve Metro Health Insurance members constitute a violation of the agreements made with the Metro. The price of medication has changed. Nowadays, it fluctuates a lot. If in the meantime the price of particular drug increases, some pharmacists may think instead of saving through the Metro Insurance card, they risk losing money and prefer to be paid in cash. But this is wrong because they have a contract with the Metro. Instead of mistreating the patient, the pharmacists should go to their partner, the Metro, he explained. Oscar Nyabosi, Director General in charge of Healthcare Provision and Accreditation at the Ministry of Public Health, reminded that every affiliate to the Metro has the right to access medications as provided by current regulations. He said they must be served if the product is available. It is unfortunate that some actors are, I would say, stepping outside the law. Any such case should be investigated. In response to this complaint, Gerard Hakizimana calls on the Metro Health Insurance Body to strengthen control mechanisms and sanction pharmacies that do not respect their commitments.
Now, in terms of hygiene, the residents of the Nyakabiga area in the city of Bujumbura strive to maintain cleanliness both in their living environment and in their daily activity areas. The head of this area, Jean-Claude Nkurikiye, emphasizes that this commitment results in awareness sessions regularly organized to prevent diseases related to poor hygiene. Details with Gordian Gatogato.
In the Nyakabiga zone, particularly along the avenue connecting Nyakabiga 2 to Nyakabiga 3, it is evident that residents as well as shopkeepers in the area are actively engaged in maintaining cleanliness. Drainage channels for wastewater have been cleared of debris, while in front of shops, occupants ensure the hygiene of their surroundings. The same applies to food markets, where traders pay particular attention to sanitation. Jean-Claude Nkurikiye, the responsible of Nyakabiga zone, stated that residents had been sensitized to the importance of hygiene, which has encouraged them to take greater care of their living and working environment. However, piles of garbage remain visible near some restaurants in Nyakabiga. The occupants explained that this situation is due to delays in waste collection by the companies responsible, which are currently facing fuel shortages. Residents of this area call on Regideso, the company in charge of water and electricity distribution, to supply them with clean water so that they can effectively maintain the cleanliness of their environment, emphasizing that they have been deprived of it for several days. Moreover, in neighborhoods located in the northern parts of Bujumbura, notably Kinama and Kamenge, we also observed a commitment from residents and traders towards public hygiene efforts.
Now, the Veniste Nyongabo Foundation organized friendship games this Sunday at the provincial capital of Burunga, which brought together young people supervised by this foundation. The chairman of this foundation stated that sport events contribute to the consolidation of peace and fraternity. I'll see, come on once again.
These friendship games brought together young people from Buterere High School, Bururi High School, Saint Pierre Claver Communal High School in Makamba, as well as those from the Kamenge Youth Center. In basketball, the Saint Pierre Municipal High School in Makamba crossed swords with the Kamenge Youth Center team, and the match ended with the victory of the Makamba Municipal High School team. On the women's side, the Makamba Municipal High School also won. Concerning volleyball, it was the Bururi High School team that won the victory. As for football, on the men's side, the team from the Saint Claver Municipal High School in Makamba won. And for the girls, the young people from Bururi High School rekindled their victory. The day was also marked by a collective march to experience the peace that reigned in the country. The president of the Veniste Nyongabo Foundation said that this activity aims to promote peace and brotherhood through sport, and the speakers of the day praised the achievements of this foundation in different domains, including health, sport, and many others. The young people who participated in these friendship games received bags and equipment, as well as 2 pigs for each winning team.
A story of Fabian Nioniziki. In the last week's sport news, which we present every Monday, we will look back at the preparations for the International Championship is being carried out by the Burundian Judo Federation and the Burundian Aquatic Sports Federation. We will also revisit the final of the championship organized by the National Police of Burundi. Jivon Deishimie has details.
On Sunday, the Burundian Judo Federation organized the Super Cup, a competition that brought together the best athletes from all clubs across the country who distinguished themselves throughout the year. The aim of this tournament was to identify the most talented and the strongest judokas in order to form the national team that will represent Burundi at the upcoming African Youth Games scheduled for next year in Dakar, Senegal. In the same spirit of preparing the international competition, the Burundian Aquatic Sports Federation also organized a national championship on Saturday and Sunday. The event brought together 4 clubs with a total of 46 boys and girls in different age categories: under 12, the 15 to 16 years old, and 17 and above. Cassien Basogomba, president of the Burundian Aquatic Sports Federation, stated that this national selection will represent Burundi at the regional championship, bringing together 12 countries to be held in Kenya from October 16th to 19th this year. Also called on the Burundian government to provide greater support to the discipline by offering adequate infrastructures, particularly swimming pools, as well as financial means to enable athletes to participate in international competitions and promote development of the sport. Still in the week's sports news, the National Police of Burundi concluded the sports and the physical activities it had organized during the finals. Teams in volleyball, basketball and football faced off. In volleyball, the police team from Bujumbura, known as Administration Centrale et Unité Spécialisée, dressed in red, defeated the Western Region team in black after a tie match. In basketball, the Administration Centrale et Unité Spécialisée team in red played against the Central Region team in blue. The latter came out on top with a score of 66 to 58. In football, the Northern Region team in blue clashed with the Eastern Region team in yellow and won the match 1-2-0. This championship concluded with the awarding of medals to the best athletes and the trophies to the winning teams in different disciplines.
Well, end of our news edition. Thanks again for watching. Programs continue on National TV. Stay tuned and take care.